Welcome to Pinoy Guard. Today, we trace the journey of one of the world's most feared rocket artillery systems, HIMARS, and its long, complicated history with the Philippines. From procurement delays and budget dilemmas to rising tensions in the West Philippine Sea, HIMARS is no longer just a dream. It's becoming a strategic necessity. HIMARS, short for High Mobility Artillery Rocket System, is a U.S.-designed precision strike platform. Mounted on a 6x6 truck, it fires guided rockets with a range of 70 to 300 kilometers. Each unit is capable of launching 6 GPS-guided rockets or one long-range ATACMS missile at enemy concentrations, naval targets, or key infrastructure. It is light, mobile, and lethal. For the Philippines, an archipelago surrounded by disputed waters, HIMARS could be the perfect deterrent, able to relocate quickly, strike from concealed positions, and counter any amphibious assault. The Philippine military first expressed interest in HIMARS back in 2019 under the revised Horizon 2 modernization program. During high-level meetings between the AFP and the U.S. Indo-Pacific Command, HIMARS was among the systems discussed under U.S. Foreign Military Sales, FMS. The goal, to provide the Philippines with a credible land-based deterrent in the West Philippine Sea. A potential deal was quietly being explored with the DSCA, Defense Security Cooperation Agency, with HIMARS listed as a priority system alongside surveillance radars and UVs. Then came 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic caused a nationwide budget crunch. The Department of National Defense was forced to reprioritize funding, shifting billions of pesos from defense to pandemic response. HIMARS was expensive. A single launcher costs around 300 to 350 million pesos, excluding munitions. To acquire a small battery of 3 to 6 launchers with guided munitions could easily exceed 10 billion pesos. In mid-2020, defense insiders revealed that the Philippines postponed or canceled its HIMARS inquiry, not because of lack of interest, but due to financial realities. But HIMARS didn't disappear. Instead, it reappeared on the battlefield. Vallecate in 2022 featured the first public HIMARS live fire drill in the Philippines, drawing media attention and strategic analysis. Then came Vallecate in 2023, 2024, and now 2025, each time with HIMARS playing a leading role in simulated counter-landing and long-range strike operations. This year, on April 28, 2025, HIMARS made headlines again, this time firing a precision strike in Palawan, just a few hundred kilometers from Chinese-occupied features in the Spratlys. The audience included not just AFP leadership and U.S. generals, but also observers from the Japan Self-Defense Forces and Australian Defense Force. The symbolism was clear. HIMARS was back in focus. Following these high-profile demonstrations, the Philippine Army quietly reopened talks with the U.S. in late 2024. According to sources within the DND, the updated Horizon 3 modernization plan includes an option for land-based long-range fires, potentially under the shore-based missile system SBMS, or as a joint capability with the Philippine Marine Corps. While India's BrahMos system is already being acquired for coastal defense, HIMARS is viewed as a complementary asset, offering rapid deployment and precision across land and sea. And with U.S. EDCA sites now operational across Cagayan, Palawan, and Zambales, logistics for HIMARS are no longer a fantasy. Pre-positioned equipment, shared infrastructure, and joint training all make acquisition more realistic than ever before. So why is HIMARS suddenly back on the table? If there were ever any doubts about the effectiveness of HIMARS, the Russia-Ukraine war has erased them. When Ukraine received HIMARS launchers from the United States in mid-2022, the battlefield changed almost overnight. Within weeks, Ukrainian forces used HIMARS to destroy Russian ammunition depots, command centers, radar stations, and bridges critical to Russian logistics. One of the most iconic strikes came when Ukraine used HIMARS to sever the Antonivsky Bridge, a key supply route for Russian forces near Kherson. That single operation crippled Russia's ability to reinforce its troops and paved the way for Ukraine to retake the city. In total, Ukrainian HIMARS systems have eliminated over 150 high-value Russian targets, forced Russian command posts to move farther from the front, and diminished the enemy's ability to conduct large-scale offensives. Russian troops have nicknamed HIMARS strikes as coming from nowhere, a testament to the system's speed, range, and accuracy. This combat record proves what analysts have long believed. HIMARS is not just a deterrent, it is a war-winning tool. For the Philippines, these battlefield lessons are critical. If HIMARS can cripple one of the world's largest militaries, it can certainly defend Philippine shores against future amphibious threats. 3 key reasons. 1. China's aggression in 2023 and 2024. China ramped up harassment of Philippine resupply missions near Ayungin Shoal and Pag-asa. HIMARS offers a credible strike response to any future escalation. 2. U.S. support and funding. Washington is open to foreign military financing (FMF) for key allies. If HIMARS can be funded via U.S. grants or shared logistics, the cost to the Philippine government could be significantly reduced. 3. Regional interoperability. Allies like Japan and Australia are integrating HIMARS-style systems. For joint operations and coalition warfare, HIMARS provides common protocols, shared targeting data, and faster response time. If acquired, where might the Philippines deploy HIMARS? Palawan, facing the Calayan Island Group, ideal for rapid response to Chinese expansion. Zambales, overlooking Scarborough Shoal, a logical site for counter-maritime strike. Cagayan and Baton's, under EDCA, for northern defense and Taiwan contingency planning. Mindoro or Samar, central positioning for rapid redeployment across the archipelago. Each launcher could be hidden in forests, moved via road, and fired within minutes, offering both surprise and survivability. Some ask, why HIMARS when we already bought BrahMos? The answer is, they serve different roles. BrahMos is a dedicated supersonic anti-ship missile. HIMARS is a flexible, multi-target rocket artillery system. Together, they form a layered coastal defense architecture. BrahMos for stopping enemy warships, HIMARS for targeting enemy radars, troop concentrations, airfields, and logistics. In a future war scenario, HIMARS could knock out enemy sensors and command centers, while BrahMos sinks the incoming fleet. As of May 2025, the Philippines has not officially signed a HIMARS deal, but all signs point toward a future acquisition or lease arrangement. Defense officials are working with U.S. counterparts to determine how many units, what missile types, GMLRS or ATACMS, who will operate and maintain them. Will the U.S. store HIMARS on Philippine soil under EDCA? What's clear is this: HIMARS is no longer a wishlist item. It is a real option, one the Philippines must seriously consider as threats increase. From a shelved 2019 plan to a potential frontline asset in 2025, the story of HIMARS in the Philippines reflects the evolution of our defense mindset. We are no longer content with outdated doctrines or token resistance. The new AFP is aiming for precision, mobility, and deterrence, and HIMARS fits that vision. Whether on Palawan shores, Ilocos ridgelines, or the forests of Samar, when HIMARS finally arrives, it will mark a turning point. A moment when we stop watching and start preparing to strike back. This is Pinoy Guard, and we'll keep you updated on every step of the journey.